ready for your next president of the United States. But first, before we introduce our candidate, we'll have a quick word from the special guest speaker. Hello, people of North Carolina. Hello. I'm here today to give my word about the candidate here in North Carolina. I was out on the streets in the cold damp of night. It was so wet. I barely had any clothes on. Yes, I know this is very sad, but then out of nowhere, this man came out of nowhere. He, even though I didn't even have a cup out, he just gave me $50 out of the blue, and he told me to go get me something nice. And he took off his coat and even gave it to me. Such compassion, just random compassion. This is what we need for America. We need. There's so much hate and violence on the streets, racial divide, the sexist divide. There's so much conflict going on around the world, even at home. We need some love. We need compassion. We need to love our neighbors again. We need to have compassion for people who are less fortunate than us, people who are struggling. We need to have a heart for them. And this is why I'm here today to talk about your next president of the United States of America, Tavis Tomar. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. People of North Carolina, it is an honor to be here. It is an honor to see all of your faces. You know, it is so rare that we have the opportunity to go and visit one of the states and actually see the faces of the people who will vote for you. To see the future of America right in front of you. And I am just so blessed. I am so blessed that you're here, that you decided to have me here today in North Carolina. Now, I know, it has been very, very hard for you recently because of the hurricane that has came through. You may have even lost your houses, some of your valuables, or maybe you've lost people that you loved. I would like to humbly apologize. I don't know what pain you're going through, but I could never imagine what pain you're experiencing right now. So, when I'm elected president, we will make sure to formally to formally to formally create a team that is tasked to deal with natural disasters, such as this terrible natural disaster that happened in North Carolina, Florida, and even the F5 tornadoes in Oklahoma. We will create a team tasked with dealing with this, tasked with giving hope, giving life to people, giving support to people. We will make sure that no one is left behind in the wreckage. We will make sure that no one will be missing. Everybody will be found and accounted for. Because do you know why? We love you. We love you. We love each and one of you. You are special. All of you are special. All of you have a purpose. You have a future. No one should be lost because of these terrible, terrible natural disasters. So, also, let's talk about what's going on with healthcare right now. People are avoiding going to the hospital even though they have life-threatening injuries because they can't afford their hospital bills. This is why I will be enacting the Good Samaritan Act, which will help lower the hospital bills of first-time patients at hospitals. If you sustain a injury like breaking your bone, like and of any magnitude, and you go to a hospital and it's your first time there, we will lower the cost of your hospital bills. So we could take the burden off of your shoulders. Allow us to take the burdens off of your shoulders. Allow us to help you, to support you for this time. So you can get back onto your feet and go about your day. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. People in North Carolina, we know that school is one of the most important things for our growing kids. As you saw with other candidates, they want to take your kids out of school and put them into camps, put them into work camps, and work them barely paying the minimum wage. For what reason? So they could get richer. So the rich could keep on getting richer. This is what they want to do. They will not tell you this. But you Americans, you people, you deserve to know the truth. That is right. You deserve to know the truth. This is why we will make sure that education can be will be available to every kid in America because everyone deserves a chance to get ahead. That's right. Every person here deserves a chance to get ahead. You know, one of my one of my favorite memories of North Carolina is visiting my old man. If only he was here to see us today. My old grandpa in North Carolina. He 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 taught me a lot of things. He taught me to respect the people around me. He taught me to put myself in other people's shoes. He taught me to learn about people, to love without judgment, as he would call it, to lead with grace. And that is what I will do when I become president. I will help people who are in need. I will help people who are struggling. Because in order to help people who are less fortunate than you, we need to do it without judgment. How are we supposed to help people, genuinely help people, if we're judging them at the same time? That just doesn't go together. So, as your president, I I will make sure I will make sure that I will be able to understand everyone here. Regardless of what's going on, will I will make sure to understand them. Okay? That's right. Thank you. Thank you. So, people in North Carolina, will you accept someone who is working towards the future, someone who is looking up, who is giving opportunities to people who are in need, who are in dying support of a helping hand? Or will you? Or will you listen to these liars? These people who want to take your kids out of school, put them into work camps, work them to barely work them until they're barely standing. Or do you want to listen to people who want to take our country into who want to turn this country into a living hell? Who want to make us turn on our neighbors, take up pitchforks, stab each other in the spot, who just want complete chaos? Or will we stretch our hands out to our fellow neighbors, encouraging them, lifting them up, because there's only one way we can get to the future, and that is together. Thank you, people of North Carolina. Now I'll be taking questions from the crowd. Any questions that you may have? Anyone?
What are these?
Oh, Joe
I'm
Biden.
a voter. Shut up. I'm a voter in North Carolina. I've
Mhm.
been wondering about. There's been huge news around something around foot fetish Chinese industry, millions of dollars on your can. I don't know the full story. Could you elaborate on this?
So you're
Yeah, are
saying
you for China?
they? So you're saying I've been getting accused of having a foot fetish? Is that what you're saying?
No, being accused of getting money from the foot fetish industry, like lobbying for their own
Don't
interests.
you hate China?
You
Based on
see,
what I've heard.
you see, you see. My grandpa taught me one of these things in life. There's always going to be some people out there you don't understand. People who are just going to hurl rocks at you for no reason. Even with all the support and love you give them, they're still just going to hurl rocks at you. These are these people. They are trying to bring me down. I'm not sure why they're trying to bring me down to fame me, but look, their desperate attempts need to be ignored by us Americans because they are only trying to keep us in the past because they want to keep us here because they're comfortable. These people they're like the CEOs of large companies who do shady things, who hide behind their iron walls and pretend like they care. But people, we need people to care about you. I care about you.
Do you believe in abortion, and do you think it's a big government cause or a small government cause?
Hmm. Thank you for that question. Now, I is it we need to we can allow things to happen, but with everything in moderation, as my dad says it. That you only have things up to a certain degree, all right? So with abortion, of course, I will give people the choice, okay? I'll give people the choice, but only up to a certain extent. Like we can't be if it's already if it's
Would you
almost about to.
restore Roe v. Wade?
Oh, hold on. I still answer the question. What now? If it's about, if it's only just a couple of weeks from giving birth, then I would strongly say that that the person should give birth to it. But if it's like a couple, it's a pressing matter. Let's just say it's a pressing matter that needs to be discussed. That needs to be discussed more. Any other questions?
Would you, if you had the opportunity, would you restore Roe v. Wade?
If I have the opportunity, would I restore Roe v. Wade?
Yeah.
Hmm. You know, we'll have to come back to that question. Any other questions?
Is that a no? Is that a no? Is that a no? The audience wants to know. Is that a no?
Any other questions, anyone?
Yes,
For China. Are you for?
I have a question, Mister.
Yes.
Have
Yes, sir.
You heard him right.
my question is, why are you called the toddler tickler?
Is that
Um,
what is it?
these
That's just
allegations
straight
of
up.
me
That's just
being
straight up chowder
these
boy.
allegations of me being something so disgusting should not even be acknowledged. These
Are you saying?
these
Are you saying you shouldn't acknowledge the fact that you're tickling children? Are you saying it should just go unnoticed?
Tavis, do you want to
any other
call in the security?
any other questions?
Are you for China?
Am I for China?
Yeah.
What measures
No.
What is that long pause?
have you
No.
taken?
No.
Someone get
Am I
a.
for China? This is a
He's
good question
against China
because
or for China?
That was a very long pause.
I
China
think he's for it.
China has been pressuring us for many years. But as we've seen before, many of our products are from China. But at the same time, the way they make these things is actually absolutely unacceptable. You see, if we're gonna get our products from China, then we need to make sure it's being made the right way without harming the lives of innocent people. So so I would say we need to be tougher on China. We need to pass more regulations.
Is that so? And what
Let's
would these
boys.
regulations include?
Any other
Well,
questions?
On electrical cars and emission systems.
Say that again. I didn't hear you.
What are your opinions on electrical cars and emissions?
Oh, greenhouse effect. So, I will. Climate change is actually a real issue. Let's get that out of the way, okay? Climate change is a real issue. Whether you want to admit it or not, we can see the Earth's climate changing. The Arctic is getting smaller. We can clearly see that. All right. I just think we're going about solving climate change the wrong way. Sure, we can have electric cars, but that doesn't mean we're forcing everyone to get electric cars. We can't fix climate change by changing absolutely every single thing. All right? Some of the times you just have to use what you have and work with it efficiently. Any last questions? Any last questions?
Hold on,
Anyone?
give me a second.
So, and back to the Roe versus Wade thing. Yes, I will bring it back, but there will be limitations. Any
Hold
last
on.
questions?
Falls asleep.
All right. Well, people of North Carolina, I'm so honored to be here to come back
Wait, I
to
have a
somewhere
question.
not so far away. So,
I have a question.
oh yeah, yes, go
During
ahead,
the
fire
last,
away.
yeah. So in the last debate, there was a section you called all Puerto Ricans illegals and terrible people, which is really hurting your Hispanic vote. What did you mean by calling them all illegals
Yes, I know
and
that
terrible people?
statement was pretty harsh, but there is some truth to it. Sources do say that most illegals make their way to Puerto Rico before they venture out into Florida.
I'd like to make a
Because you are
point.
illegal, okay?
So,
You cannot say anything about being illegal, and you're one of them, alright?
Is that
So,
a son?
nah, don't forget what I called you. You call me an orangutan, you bitch ass monkey ass fucking cow.
Tavis is
yeah, there is some truth to it. There is some
gay.
truth to it. There is some truth to it. So yes, there are illegals in Puerto Rico. All right, so that's what I was saying. People in North Carolina, I am quite honored to have you here, to return to a place not so far away in my distant memory. You know, I came, visited here, and I grew up loving this place. The people here, it's just everything. The nature, man, I just love this state. And to be back here and to see your faces, to see the future of America right in front of me, standing right in front of me, to see people who could make a difference in the future of our bright country, it just brings a warm spot to my heart. So
There's
I'm
no
just
warm thoughts to
simply
your heart, little bro.
honored to be here, to be in your presence. So people of Carolina, I look forward to seeing you at the ballot box, checking off my name because we need people who look forward towards our future, a bright and positive future. But the only way we can get to the future is if we do it together. Thank you.